Okay, welcome back. If you've been with me, we are talking about residential leases. Some of this applies specifically to Maryland, some of it doesn't, some of it is federal. If a tenant moves out before a lease term expires and the landlord is able to rent the unit, the tenant is still liable for rent for the term of the lease. What type of leasehold is characterized by possession of a property such as a situation in which the tenant continues to occupy an apartment after the lease is terminated? I know it's not. This one might be this one. Could be this one. I'm going to leave it there. That might be wrong. A tenant who continues to occupy the property after lawful authority has expired is known as a holdover tenant. Could be squatter. The tenant is the leasee. When a tenant under a lease stays beyond the lease's terms and the landlord continues to accept rent from that tenant, what happens? A blank is the term used for an estate that conveys possession and control. I believe it's freehold. Every time I open this window, I get like a lot of noise. It's crazy. All right, what happens if a landlord fails to demand rent for 20 years in a row? Hopefully the music police won't be coming after me for that. What happens if a landlord fails to demand rent for 20 years in a row? The landlord can lose the property. These people can get a fee simple house. That must have happened because that's such a crazy law. Okay. What is ground lease? Landowner allows the leasee to use the property for 4 to 5 years. Residential sub for a specific time, a short time or a plot of land. Subject to the payment of ground rent. I think it's this one. All right. Under standard lease provisions, a demising clause would contain demising clause. I had no idea. Okay. I don't know. This is a total guess. I have no idea. Drew violated the terms of his lease by having pets, so the property manager started eviction proceedings to get him removed. If the landlord has decided to keep a security deposit to cover damages on unpaid rent, what must the landlord do? $45 days. Under Maryland law, when must the landlord provide a rental payment receipt? The amount that a landlord asks for security deposit cannot be more than or equal to I don't know if it's 2 months rent or 3. It cannot be equal to more than 3 months rent. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3. I'm going to put 3. Who is the lessor in a lease agreement? Would be the landlord. It's got or in it. Landlord, lease, landlord. Okay. All right, let's see if we got it right. We got it wrong and we failed, so we'll be taking this again. All right, if a tenant moves out, they are liable for the rents of the month during move out occurred in any month until the lease. Okay, it's a state at will when they continue to occupy an apartment after a lease has terminated. No, it's tenancy, it's suffrage. Okay. Holdover, we got right. Yay. The tenant is the leasee. Month to month is automatically credit. Okay, this is non-freehold, but no title. So they convey possession and control, but no title is non-freehold. 20 years in a row, we got that right. A residential lease is subject to ground rent. We got that one right. The date of the tenant will take possession. Demising clause is the date the tenant will take possession. It's 2 months. I kept going back and forth with that one, damn it. All right, so we have to take this again until we get it. All right, these are different questions, so this might help you on your test. Even though it says Maryland, it might still help you. A tenant who is overcharged on a security deposit has the right to recover up to blank the amount charged. All right, I have no idea. I'm going to put 3 just to guess. Okay. I hate it when they ask these specific questions like that. Oh my God, how are we supposed to know? Okay. They have the temporary right to live at 123 Elmo Street. They come and they go and use the property, but they can't do indefinitely. They must vacate at the end of the year. What sort of interest do they have? A leasehold estate. Fee simple, they would own it. Under Maryland law, which of the following occurs if a tenant dies during the term of an estate? Good question. What is that? Because I don't remember reading it. Constructive eviction. I would think. Which of the following would constitute a violation of Maryland lease laws? Not keeping detailed records of the rent payments. You're paying cash. That would be a violation. Which of the following is an example of constructive eviction? Tenant dies. Let me go back to this one. The leasehold automatically terminates. I'm going to change that because I think constructive is when they just do stuff out on their own that's not legal without going through a court. I think. I can't remember. We'll see. The right to determine how the property is used and whom enter is known as, I think it's control. The landlord is the lessor. In a ground lease situation, what does the ground tenant own? A blank is an estate that conveys possession, title. What type of leasehold involves a possessory interest that is automatically renewed at the end of the period? I'm going to say periodic. All right, the landlord is terminating his lease through what? Because legally end Ricky's lease before the contract and end date. The rent is past due, so the landlord is terminating through eviction. Tenant's right to occupy the real estate is known as a leasehold estate. The right to use the property and live and live and work there is possession, I'm thinking. Could be quiet enjoyment. Craig is a tenant with a year-to-year tenancy. How much notice must he give his landlord to terminate? I'm thinking 30 days. All right, we passed it. We got 2 wrong. Let's see what we got wrong here. 3 times the amount charged. Oh my God. Okay. If the person dies, they terminate. Okay. I got this one wrong. Okay. Not keeping. I originally had this and then I switched it. So not keeping detailed records is a violation. Okay, this is another one that was kind of. Okay, constructive eviction is when. Okay, the landlord does not do the repairs. The landlord, it's got OR in it, so that's how you remember lessor. The OR and lessor is the same as the landlord with the OR. If you've been following along on this unit, then you would learn that. So there are advantages to following along here. The little tricks and things you can learn to help you pass the test. For those who are serious about actually passing their real estate exam. Periodic estate. Most of these are the same in every state, by the way. They might be slightly different with some of the numbers. And the laws in the city are definitely going to be different because we all have different city laws. So those types of things will be different, but most of these are the same in every state. A tenant's right to occupy is known as a leasehold. The right to use the property is known as possession, and you have to give 30 days. The next thing is commercial leases, and again, they put Maryland. I wish they would quit doing that because I lose my viewers and subscribers when they do that crap. But they did it. So you can see that not all of this is Maryland. Less than 5 is the only one that's specific to Maryland. So if you want to come back and learn about some commercial leases, which I have never had one of those, that will be the next unit. Thank you all for watching.